By chance, the woman once saved a man who was critically ill. That encounter didn't just save him, it also extended her own lifespan, which had only a few months left, by another 3 years. The man later became the richest figure in the capital, and he fell for the kind and beautiful woman at first sight. For 3 years, he used all his family's resources to search for her, but never found any trace. It was as if she had appeared out of nowhere and vanished just as suddenly. Until one day, the woman showed up at an auction, planning to buy back a bracelet that belonged to her. In a VIP room, the CEO recognized the bracelet worn by the person who once saved him and offered an incredible millions to win it. The woman was upset and insisted on seeing who had bought it. But when she reached the door, she saw the CEO's condition suddenly worsening. Kind-hearted, she rushed in to help him first. However, the spiritual energy in the room was too weak, making the treatment barely effective. In that urgent moment, she leaned closer and transferred her energy to stabilize him. Seeing the woman he had never forgotten, the CEO thought he was dreaming and instinctively pulled her close. Startled, the woman quickly pushed him away. When he realized she was real, he held her hand tightly and expressed how happy he was to see her again. But the woman had already let go of the disappointment she felt years ago. Even so, the CEO was still grateful that fate had brought them together again. Then she noticed the bracelet in his hand. "This bracelet, I bought it at the auction," he said, planning to give it to someone important in the future. When she took it, she realized the artifact had already recognized him as its owner. Though reluctant, she returned it. The moment their hands touched, a stream of spiritual energy flowed between them. The woman instantly understood that she could only draw the energy she needed through the man in front of her. When the assistant asked if the CEO was cured, the woman calmly explained that he was only temporarily stable. At best, he could hold on for about 3 more days. "If you want to fully recover, you'll need to cooperate with me," she said. To her surprise, the CEO agreed immediately. She told him to come find her at the Jiang family as soon as possible, warning that any delay could make recovery impossible. Soon after, the CEO arrived at the Jiang residence with engagement gifts and flowers. Since they needed to stay close for treatment, he suggested a temporary marriage. He reassured her that it was only for convenience, she wouldn't be forced into any responsibilities, and she could end it any time if she felt uncomfortable. He then took out the bracelet she had long wanted and promised that if she agreed, he would grant any request she made. But when they stepped outside, the woman sensed something wrong with the wedding car. It carried a heavy negative aura. She immediately stopped him from getting in. The assistant misunderstood and thought she wanted a traditional red envelope, quickly offering several. The woman shook her head and insisted the car itself was the problem. Though the assistant doubted her, the CEO trusted her instincts and told the driver to check. Sure enough, they discovered the brake line had been tampered with. She then checked the other cars using her spiritual sight and chose a safe one for him. Inside the car, she noticed a lingering dark presence around him. She explained that rumors had been spreading that she rushed into marriage for personal gain, and she didn't want him to misunderstand. The CEO reassured her that he trusted her completely. She gently placed her hand on his arm to help clear the negative energy. But when they arrived at the old residence, she realized the entire house was surrounded by an overwhelming dark aura, and it was closely connected to him. She immediately warned that she couldn't live there, because even great strength wouldn't be enough to stay safe in such a place. The CEO asked her to go inside and see if there was a way to resolve it. She agreed. However, when she stepped into the morning hall, she saw that even the burning incense was being overwhelmed by the dark energy. That meant the presence in the house was extremely strong, far beyond what an ordinary person could endure. At that moment, the CEO's condition worsened again. To truly resolve it, they would need to find whoever started it all. Just then, the CEO's stepmother and stepsister walked out. Seeing how close the two were, they immediately stepped forward and questioned her identity. Before she could speak, the CEO firmly announced that she was his wife and told them to treat her with respect. But as soon as he finished speaking, his condition flared up again and became critical. With no time to hesitate, the girl stepped forward and transferred her spiritual power to stabilize him. This scene shocked the stepmother and the others. In the next moment, they hurriedly pulled her back into the room.